The West Tigers have continued their walk along the NRL tightrope, hanging on to beat the resilient Raiders before a record crowd at Canberra Stadium in the first semi-final. They had come from everywhere, with many fans lining up more than 3 hours before kick-off on a night where the house full sign was destined to be posted early. It was the hottest ticket in town, and most of those fans had come in hope, with the red-hot Raiders shooting for 7 straight wins. A few had turned up in black and gold as well. Their names were Benji Marshall and Chris Lawrence, and they were there after overcoming injuries, with the latter back just 3 weeks after breaking his jaw. A thundering run by the big red Keith Galloway had Canberra on their heels early.
And the big man Galloway trampling over the top.
And Marshall showed no signs of the knee problem that had plagued him by dazzling the home side's shattered defensive line before offering his signature flick pass.
Marshall's got the ball. He's got Croker with him. Got rid of Croker. Throws the flick. Hindle will score off a Marshall curler. Chris Hyndon has scored off another Benji Marshall piece of magic.
The Raiders' response came from a Balmain junior, but he didn't meet much resistance from his former club.
Now it's gone from the corner. Harrison has scored.
Harrison's contribution should have settled the young Raiders down after their nervy start, but they buckled again almost straight away.
Slow play the ball, gone to Marshall, drifting, and here's Ellis with a traditional try. That's their trademark.
So after being denied 3 times in last weekend's epic against the Roosters, the Englishmen finally had one. And the Tigers were looking surprisingly sharp for a side coming off a 100-minute marathon. They were playing with intelligence as well, with this set move from the scrum base catching Canberra off guard.
It's found to Keary down the left side. He's gone for everything. He's turned on the 4 jets. He's away. He will score. Lottie to Keary. Put it down, Lottie. Don't do any more than that. And he scores under the dock. What a try. What a sprint. Usain, are you watching?
He might convert as well, Lottie. He's done it all.
Having conceded back-to-back tries, the Raiders relied on Harrison once more, but not even he would have expected to bust through with such ease.
This is perfect for the Raiders now. Look at this.
There they go, straight through, down the blind side, the ball back to Monaghan, and Monaghan scores. Almost on cue from his worship goal.
Well, this is their Achilles heel. In all honesty, and it's always been my lingering doubt about the Tigers.
With 5 tries inside the first half hour, this encounter was proving to be quite a spectacle. However, both defences remained intact for the last 10 of the half, allowing the Tigers to preserve their 6-point advantage at Lemons. The Raiders returned with newfound aggression, although ageless front rower Scott Logan overstepped the mark when he clocked Chris Hynington and found himself being booked by referee Archer. Wests were next to strike, but this one was on the scoreboard, and the mercurial Marshall was central again.
To Payton, to Marshall, then to Louis, and then on for Lawrence. And Chris Lawrence, 3 weeks out with a broken jaw, has come back to a sudden death final to score.
The Kiwi Wizard then ensured his team's lead would return to 12.
Marshall takes a coat of paint.
But with over 26,000 fans urging them on, Canberra couldn't be counted out. And with Terry Campese probing away, the Tigers' defence was on high alert. From the next play, Harrison continued his mighty match by producing a tremendous offload that led to Trevor Thurling crashing over.
Bronson flops it back. Surely Leroy last. Surely Thurling. Yes, Thurling. Thurling has scored for the Raiders.
However, in back play, Campese was down for the count, suffering a seemingly serious knee injury, having stepped awkwardly in the lead-up to Thurling's try. The brilliant pivot's exit on a stretcher muted the celebrations, and the mood darkened further when Tom Leroy-Lars got tangled up in the ruck with Bryce Gibbs and conceded a crucial penalty, which Marshall turned into an 8-point surplus. Without their brilliant number 6, Canberra had to find another way to get through, and it was the sheer determination of their skipper that did it.
And it's gone back there for Tongue. Tongue is over the line.
With just under 5 minutes remaining, this amazing duel took another dramatic twist, with last week's hitman Simon Dwyer making contact with the head of Joe Picker. A penalty was picked up on the video review, and that presented Jared Croker with an opportunity to square things up.
From 30 out, 20 in, struck it. Oh, he's got no, it's gone wide. It's gone wide, and Luke Bird would know better than anybody how he feels.
So despair for Canberra, but what a relief for the Tigers and the frayed nerves of their fans, who feared they were heading for a second straight Golden Point shootout. 26-24 was the full-time score, and that sets up a blockbusting preliminary final next weekend against St George Illawarra, which evokes memories of their battle in the corresponding game 5 years ago, which Marshall remembers very well.
Yeah, look, it's a tough game. You know, they got a completely different team from that year, and they've been playing outstanding, so we're going to have to be on our game, and it's going to be real tough.
David Rowlands, Big Pond Sport.